Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Gummmyyy. Today, once again, we are back for another Fortnite Creative tutorial. Today, we are going to be doing the Modern Wood Mansion number 2. So again, a slightly different design, but still sticking with the theme of being a wooden mansion. So, the materials you are going to need for this is listed out in front of you right now. I'm going to go over each one and the different galleries and prefabs you'll need to build it. In total, there is going to be 9 different galleries and prefabs, and they are as following. So we've got Modern House, Cabins Gallery, Modern House Gallery, Grass Floor Gallery, I can't pronounce that there, Street Gallery B, Castle Tower Gallery, Castle Gallery B, Clock Tower Gallery, and Gas Station Gallery. So I'm going to go over each item individually, show you what you need, and again, please feel free to pause at any point in this section and grab them as necessary. So let's head over to this corner here. We're going to start off with this white pillar. This is from the Modern House prefab. Next to this, we have got the chimney and also kind of the brick pillar that is associated with this, and that is from the Cabins Gallery. Next to this, we have these wooden window frames. We've got the one with the wooden panel on the left and the one on the right, and these are both from the Modern House. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that you only can get the left and right version, as far as I'm aware. Maybe mistaken, but as far as I am aware, you can only get them with the blue background, so I've decided to go with that. You can get one variant with the brown background, which does look a lot better, but again, in the case of this, we do want both variants. Next to this, we've got this dark wooden doorway. This is from the Cabins Gallery. Next to that, we have this wooden wall. That is from the Modern House Gallery. Once again, if you're using the blue background on this one, make sure to use the blue background on these following wood items. Next to that, we have this wooden window, once again from the Modern House Gallery. Next to this, we have the sandstone brick wall, and that is from the Castle Tower Gallery. We then have this stairs here, no barriers, no handles. This is from the Castle Gallery B. Next to this, we have this kind of half roof kind of tiled pillar, not pillar, slab, I guess is the word to call it. And this is from the Modern House. Next to this is the 4x4 tile, same pattern, but just a full tile. And this is once again from the Modern House. Next to this 2x2 tile, the stone tile, is from the Street Gallery B. Just to mention, there is a version that has a line going across the bottom. You want the plain version. Next to this, we have the grass tile. This is from the Grass Floor Gallery. Actually pronounced it right that time. Next to this, we have this smaller brick concrete wall and the corner piece. So again, the corner piece is separate. Make sure to grab that. And that is from the Clock Tower Gallery. In front of this, we've got this slightly shorter concrete slab, kind of almost wall, and the corner piece, and that is from the Gas Station Gallery. And then, of course, just in terms of the pieces here, the small edge pieces of this part here, and that is from the Modern House. So again, that is the 2 long one, the 4 long one, and also the singular one. So, once you've got all them, we are ready to start building. Again, make sure you do, and we'll begin. Just before the video starts, I want to do a quick little plug. If you do enjoy my content and want to support the channel, please consider using my support a creator code in the Fortnite item store. That is GUMMMYYY, so Gummy with 3 M's and 3 Y's. This applies to all purchases on the item store. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps me create more regular content for you guys to hopefully enjoy. So, what we're going to do is we're going to find a nice empty space. Of course, I'm building on the block, so that is not an issue. And we're going to grab ourselves the light sandstone wall. Now, we're going to start off by placing 1, 2, like so. And this is the left side. What we're then going to do is curve around to the right, and we're going to place 1. Next to this, we're going to grab ourselves our staircase. We want to rotate this, and next to this wall, we want to place 1, 2, and to the right of that, we want to place a sandstone wall with the brick on the outside towards the stairs, and this kind of wall on the other side. So right now, it should look like this. What we're going to do is we're going to work our way around to the right side. So once again, grabbing this sandstone wall, we're going to go 1 over to the right. We're then going to go corner, like so, and then go 1, 2, over to the right. So it ends up looking something like this. So again, that is the general shape. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. The next step we're going to grab is the 4x4 white tiles. To the left of this stairs, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, so it's going to overextend the left side by 1 tile. What we're then going to do is work on the front of the building. Go ahead and grab yourselves the doorway. We're going to place 2 of them right in front of the stairs. To the left of this, we're going to place a wooden wall, so just a plain wooden wall. And then to the left of this, we are going to place a window. You want to make sure it's the one with the panel on the left side. And once you've done that, that is going to be the front of the bottom floor on the left side of the building. So right now, it looks something like this. So, in terms of the right side, what we're going to do is grab ourselves the wooden wall. We're going to place 1. We are then going to grab ourselves this window. So again, the part on the left, and we're going to place 1 of them right there. To the right of this, we are going to place a wall. And then to the right of that, we are going to place, once again, the window with the wall on the left side. In regards to this front section here, we grab ourselves the 4x4 tile, and we're going to place, starting from in front of this second wood wall, we're going to place 1, 2, and 3. So once again, it overextends to the right side by 1 tile. So right now, the build should look something like this. Now, in terms of detailing, what we are going to do is we're going to grab ourselves this concrete wall here, and around the exterior of these 4x4 white tiled areas, aka the balconies, we're going to place a solid row of our walls. We're also going to bring this round to the side, so in front of the doorway, it's going to wrap around, and then it's going to wrap around to the front of this area, and all the way down the right side of the building. So once you've placed the main walls, it will look something like this. You then want to grab yourselves the corner piece. Once again, as I always say, this can be a bit tricky to place. You just want to make sure you stand at an angle, and it should make your life a little bit easier, but sometimes it can be a bit fiddly. Working pretty well for me at the moment. So right now, it looks like this. Again, please feel free to pause at any point in the video that you may feel is necessary, and take your time, because overall in the long run, it will save you the stress of having to fix things when they go wrong. So the next step we're going to do is grab ourselves the white pillar. Underneath this front right corner, we're going to place 1 there. You want to place it right in the front corner, so there's a little gap diagonal. We're also then going to grab another one, and we're going to head over to the left side, and we do the exact same. So as close as we can get to the front left corner, you place 1 right there, and we now have a little structural support on both of the overhangs and the balconies. So what we're going to do is we're going to now start focusing more so over onto the left side again. So we're going to wrap around to the left side of the building. We're going to grab ourselves the sandstone wall, and from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to the left, like so. So again, that is 6 tiles to the left. From here, what we're going to do is extend the 4x4 white tiles, again, 6 to the left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll leave it there, so it's 6 in total. So again, 5 to the left, 6 in total. We extend the concrete wall here, all the way up until the edge, and once you've done that, it will look something like this. Just like we did on this corner here, we're going to place a white pillar on the corner, so the very front corner, like so. And we're going to wrap the wall round in this part, just to cap it off. Once again, grab a corner piece, and that is the left balcony complete. So again, that is the left balcony. So right now, it should look something like this. That is the first tier of this building, or the first stage of this building. For the next one, we're going to start wrapping around the actual wooden stage. So we are going to grab ourselves the window where the panel is once again on the left, and we're going to extend it 1, like so. We're then going to grab ourselves a wooden wall, and then we're going to grab ourselves one more window with the panel on the left side. From here, we're going to grab ourselves a wall, and we go round to the left side, so we're linking it back round. We're then going to go one to the left, one corner, one to the left, and one corner. So it's going to give us this kind of diagonal shape, and this is going to help transition the building round the corner piece and not make it look so cubey, so blocky, and it just gives it a bit of character. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves once again the 4x4 tiles. We're going to go one forwards, one to the left, and one forwards. We're also then going to go one to the left and bring it back towards us, and it gives you a shape that looks like this, so a nice big balcony, but that's what we're going for. We're then going to grab ourselves a wall, the concrete one, and we're going to wrap it around again, and once again, corner pieces, get them out the way. Whoops, there we go. So right now, it should look something like this. I appreciate, again, I'm going relatively fast. It is pretty simple at this stage, so again, if you want to pause, please feel free to do so, catch up where necessary, and then we'll go from there. So, what we're going to do now is head round to the rear side of the building. Currently, looks a bit like this. We're going to change this, so we're going to grab ourselves the sandstone brick walls, and we are going to extend 7 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, if you've done it correctly, it should link up in line with the other side, so you can bring it all the way back round to the front side, and it should link up with this wall at the front side. So if it does, perfect. If it doesn't, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. So right now, again, looks like this. You've got your solid row of the sandstone smooth bricks at the bottom. What we are then going to do is we're going to grab ourselves the window with the wood panels on the right side. So next to this wooden wall, we place one on the right side. Whoops, just the one, not two. We're then going to grab a window with the wood on the left side, so the windows are actually connected in the middle. And then to the left of this, we're simply going to place 2 wooden walls. Ends up looking something like this. What we're then going to do is extend this balcony 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 over to the side. And once again, we extend the concrete wall to go with this. So wherever the balcony is, there is going to be the concrete wall. Now, what we're going to do in terms of the balcony is we're going to place some more pillars. So in this front corner here, we're going to place just the one, not 3. And then we're going to do it on right on over on the left side. And then we're also going to figure out the middle. Now, the way you figure out the middle is you look roughly where the middle of the windows are. It's going to be around about there. And again, in line with the theme of leaving a small little gap between the middle and the, or should I say the front, we're going to place one right there. So in total, you'll have 3 pillars on the rear side of the building. That just helps split the building up a bit and give it a bit more shape and a bit more points of interest. So the next stage, and this is truly something that is a bit of a pain, what we're going to do is place these kind of chimney bricks. So we are going to come to the second sandstone wall on the left, or sandstone brick wall, should I say, and we're going to place one, and it's going to be half in the wall, so if you come around to the other side, you'll notice it'll be there. So it's a good point of interest when you're actually inside the building. We're going to extend this up 1 and 2. Now, on the right side, we do the exact same. So we're going to leave a 1, 2 gap, and on the third one, we're going to place 1, and on top of this, 2 and 3. So this one is 1 over. It's got a 1 extension on the left, 2 extension on the right, but of course that links in with the balcony. Of course, if you look at it like this, it will be equal with the windows on either side. What we're going to do is grab ourselves the top chimney piece, and we are going to rotate it and place one of the chimneys on each one. So again, just to recap, it is 3 tiles tall, and then it's got the chimney on top. So this is the rear side so far. What we're going to do now is head round to the final side, which is the right side. And of course, if you've already done the bottom section, it will look like this already. What we're going to do, as you probably guessed, is extend the balcony all the way across. We really do love a good balcony on the channel, but of course it just makes it look a bit more interesting, gives a bit of shape to the build, and that's why I love adding them so often. So once again, corner piece out the way, and that is the balcony complete. Now in terms of the actual side of the building, we are going to start off by grabbing ourselves a window with the wood on the right side. So again, wood on the right side. We're going to place one of them on the left, followed by a wooden wall. We're then going to grab one of these square windows, and we're going to place one of them, just the one, a wooden wall, and a square window. To wrap it up, we place one wooden wall, and that will extend it all the way up to the side, and it will end up looking something like this. Now, what you can do, if you want to, is you can place another chimney right in line with this one here, and it splits up the side quite nicely. The one thing I kind of don't like about the right side of the build is it's almost a bit plain, a bit flat, and that's something that I think could have been improved, but the issue is if you put another chimney, it kind of overcrowds the rooftop a bit, and I don't know how I feel about it. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do so. However, I couldn't find that kind of happy ground, so I've just left it as it is. So that is the first floor, or should I say, I guess the second floor, because the basement is kind of the first floor of the house. So again, right now, should look something like this. If it doesn't, again, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. If it does, great, we shall continue. So, in terms of the next thing we're going to be working on, we're going to be working on the, I guess, final floor of the building. So what we're going to start off by doing is grabbing ourselves the 4x4 white tiles, and on top of the front area here, above the two doors, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these white tiles, and we're going to expand it backwards 1 and 2. So this gives us, yet again, another lovely balcony. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves one of these doors, and we're going to place it on this right side here, just in front of the balcony, and to the left of that, we're going to place one wooden wall. We are then going to place a window with the wooden panel on the left side. We're then going to place a wooden wall, and then we head round to the left corner. So we come around to here, we're going to place one wooden wall. Once again, we're going to place a window with the left wooden panel, and then we place one more wooden wall. So it ends up looking something like this. Next step, grab yourself the chimney bricks. In this gap here, on the left side, we're going to place one chimney pillar. We're then going to grab the actual chimney itself, whack that on top, and again, that's another point of interest at the front side, helps split up the front of the build and makes it look quite nice. In terms of this corner here, grab yourself one wooden wall, that wraps that up, and again, for the balcony, we're going to go around the perimeter and just simply place our concrete walls with the corner pieces where relevant. So it wraps round, links into the wall there, and once again, the corner pieces, and it just adds a nice kind of outer ring, gives it a bit more of a distinguished like finish, rather than just being smooth edges. So that is the front part of the build. We are going to get to the roof later on, we'll worry about that then, but for now we're going to continue with this second floor. So if you head round to the left side of the building now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a wooden wall, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 in the corner, like that, and then we head round to the rear side. So the corner, nice and simple, again, is just simply the wooden walls. This whole floor here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wooden walls, so that whole section, just plain wooden walls, and we're going to break this up in a second by adding some detail. For now, we're just getting the main kind of materials down. Head round to the right side, we're going to place from right to left one wooden wall. We're then going to place a window, a wall, a window, a wall, and then we're going to essentially copy what we did before on the previous floor. So we have one window with the wall on the right side, and then linking back round to the front side, exact same again. So window with the wall on the left, one wall, and then yet again another window with the wall on the left side. So it ends up looking like this, and what I particularly like is the fact that this window in the corner is like almost a continuous window. It makes it look like it's interlinked, and I really do like that, and especially with the roof, it just gives it a really nice modern vibe. So that is the second floor complete. Now in terms of detailing, what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves this smaller concrete slab, and we're going to do a ring in between the first and second floor all the way around the building. So again, all the way around, you just do a solid row of this. Now there will be a few places where there's an exception, and that is of course here where the balcony is already existent, and also there's going to be two other places where we're going to make a few slight changes afterwards. Once again, get the corner pieces in, but what this does is it just splits up the first and second floor, gives it again a bit more colour, and gives it a bit of a I want to say again an established shape, but I don't want to overuse that term. But you can see, if I back up, you'll see just the impact it makes in terms of splitting up the first and second floor. So that is the details for that aspect complete. Next step we're going to do is grab ourselves this small little half piece, and we're going to come around to the rear side, and above the two windows here, we're going to place 1, 2. You can either keep these or get rid of them. What you also want to do is get one of the little 2 wide ones, and we're going to place one on the left side and one on the right side just to cap it off and make it look very, very nice. So again, slight little almost window extension on that side there. And that brings us to the next step, which is adding the floors and the roof. Now what I'm going to do, just to make this a bit more, I guess, easier, is I'm going to pause the video here. I'll come back once I've added all of them. Essentially, the idea at this stage is you just place whatever floor you want here. Now this can be up to you. The reason behind that is because it's not going to affect any other aspects of the build. With the first floor, you're going to want to go for the 4x4 white tiles. Same for the second floor. Reason being is because it links in with the balcony, but also there's elements of the build. For example here, where if you don't have the same flooring, let's say you change it, this pattern will be different to this pattern and it will look a bit weird. So again, I'm just, for simplicity's sake, going to keep all of the floors as this 4x4 white tile. However, again, if you want to mix it up, you want to get crazy, add some carpets, add some colour, you are more than welcome to do so. Even again, if you want to add some like maybe greenery or just change up the floors, again, feel free. I do recommend this one. So again, I'm going to cut the video here and I'll be back once I've finished filling all floors in and the roof. Okie dokie, so once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. If I go down to the basement, you'll see, as I said before, gone with this theme. One thing you also probably want to do is just cover up these stairs here and just flip them around, unlike what I've done, so it matches the rest of the walls. And also try not to miss out little patches like I've done there. So you can see here the whole first floor, you can turn this into whatever you want, whether it's a basement or a garage. You could just punch a hole in the wall, add some doors, and it would make a nice little kind of first ground garage for all the vehicles. So this is the first kind of main floor. This would be where your sitting room is, your kitchen, whatever you want to go with. Then you've got the second floor, which is of course where more like the bedrooms would be. And then we've got the rooftop. Now we're going to be changing the shape of the rooftop ever so slightly as we add a bit more shape, just so it's not just a generic rooftop. It has overhangs and it's got that modern, I don't want to say vibe again. I'm using some words I wouldn't usually use. That modern kind of feel to it. So yeah, let's get into that. So we're going to start off at the front side. Now this is going to be kind of tricky, so I'm going to go over it slowly. It's very easy to get confused at this point. So we're going to start off at this little area in front of the second floor door. We're going to place one of the 4x4 tiles, and in front of that a second one. What we're then going to do is grab this little half piece overhang, and in front we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so it's going to extend one block to the side. From here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 backwards using the 4x4 tiles. So from below it should currently look like this, and it gives you a nice defined corner piece, as you can see here. So if you look at it from an angle, you've got that massive overhang, just again gives it a bit of shape. Coming back round to the front side, this area here we're going to leave as it is. However, if we go around to the left side, this part here, we're going to grab ourselves the half block overhang, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops. And then we're going to extend it 1, 2 to the left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forwards. So it ends up looking like this. Now, from a corner angle or a below, you can see, again, this overextends quite heavily. The reason this is important is because otherwise the edges are going to be an absolute nightmare to place. So you can see here on the extension pieces, they've got this nice little edge to it. However, on the tiles, they do not. The way you counteract this is, of course, by grabbing the piece here. So we want to make sure to grab the too wide one first. The reason behind that is because this one's more tricky to place. So rotate it until it lets you place it. What you're then going to do is grab yourselves the wider ones, and we're going to do a solid row all the way across the edge. But it's important because sometimes they don't match up. So for example, if I was to place it like that, it doesn't match up, hence why it's important to place this one first, because this one can't be changed, whereas this one can be. So you do this all the way across the edge here, and then we're going to go around to the side. You'll want to place a corner piece in that corner, and once again, I've made a silly mistake of not doing the smaller one first. So you can see here, that's what happens if you don't do the smaller ones first. They then have to go back and change all the longer ones. So again, do that first. Don't be silly like me and make that mistake. And once you've done that, again, if it laps like this, you probably don't need the corner piece. If it has a gap, again, fill in the corner piece. They can be a bit tricky, so just bear that in mind. So the front piece already has the edge because it's been placed before. We'll then grab ourselves, again, the smaller one. Place one on that corner there. We're then going to grab the longer one and place it to the side. So that's 1, 2. And then wrap around the front side, 1, 2, and once again, a smaller piece needs to go there. So again, silly mistake by me, and it ends up looking like this. So once you've done that, that is the build complete. Now at this point, again, you are more than welcome to do the exterior as you wish. The way I did it, however, and hence why I mentioned the grass and the tiles, is I simply placed a 2x2 square of these 2x2 tiles, and then around the rest of the perimeter I just placed these lovely new grass blocks, and it gave it a really nice finish. Adds a lot of colour because the grass, of course, is a nice bright green texture, and just gives it a kind of leafy suburb kind of vibe that you would get with some of these styles of mansions where they're like in large kind of lands, large plots of land. But yeah, I'm going to stop waffling. That is the build complete. Again, I really do hope you enjoyed it, and again, if you did, a like is very much appreciated. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing to the channel with notifications on, so you get notified, or I guess you have more chance of getting notified every time I upload. And yeah, if you want to leave a comment saying what you want to see on the channel next, please do. Again, I read every single comment, and a lot of the builds I do is based on the suggestions I see in the comments, so that is super, super important. And yeah, again, if you want to support the channel, the content I make, my support a creator code is Gummmyyy, so that is GUMMMYYY. Every time you make a purchase in the item store, whether that is buying skins, emotes, the new wraps, even the battle pass, when the season starts, it helps me out a ton. I get a small cut, but of course, if a lot of you guys are using it, it makes this viable for me as a part-time job whilst at university, so it's very much appreciated. Again, thank you for all the love and support on the channel recently. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, with that said, I was actually address. I was about to wrap up the video. I'll address if you want an interior. Again, it will be a work in progress. Please do bear in mind, interiors take absolutely forever in this game. It's not like Minecraft, where you can just throw one together very, very easily. Because you have to grab the different galleries with like 50 different items, you're going to end up going through tons of different galleries, and it takes a long, long time. So again, please bear that in mind. I do intend to eventually get to doing interiors, but it's a work in progress purely because I'm restricted on time at the moment with a university schedule. But yeah, now I am actually going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, my name has been Tom or Gummy, and I'll see you in the next one. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light